it's Leanne with Diamonds and Doxies, and welcome to another Whip and Chat. And today I'm going to be working on, I think I only have 2 left of the Diamond Art Club Mini Dazzles for summer, and we're going to work on those. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to try to zoom you in so you can see a little bit closer in case you do like to watch while I diamond paint. So hang on. Okie dokie. I hope everybody can see just fine. So this here is the inner tube. Of course it goes like that, but the symbols are printed like this. Let me see if I can bring some more light without having to turn on the overhead or the ring light, because that always creates quite the glare. And I'm just using the little tray that came with the kit. I normally don't, but I figured why not? Why not? So let's get started. Let's get started. So if you're new to the channel or you're new to diamond painting, WIP and Chat, WIP stands for work in progress. Of course, that's also with other crafts too, isn't it? So, but you can work alongside me. You can just sit and, watch me diamond paint if you want to, or you can just listen to it like you would a podcast. And yeah, so all we're going to be doing is I'm going to be working on this. This is, like I said earlier, the Mini Dazzles from Diamond Art Club, which I love those. And it's part of the Mini DP Madness, that the event that is going on currently. And this will be my 3rd finish once I get done. And yeah, and I will probably do some more. I'm not sure, because I am going to start figuring out what I'm going to take on my trip. Whereas if you've been here for a little bit, we're getting ready to go on a road trip. And so I always take diamond paintings for that. I've got a new storage system. I can't wait to show you and share it with you. And maybe I'll get around to doing that tomorrow, but I want to be able to set it up so you can see what it looks like when it's ready to walk out the door. So essentially I'll be getting my diamond painting supplies together or packed for my trip. So yes, let's see what's been going on. Well, first of all, I'm filming this on a Saturday as opposed to a Sunday, because I'm going to my dad's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Today is Saturday. And I normally try to go on Saturdays, so I don't miss Mia's live, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to miss it. I've got to send her a message and let her know. Anyway, I need to go see my dad tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. But it's a long drive, so especially coming home, because it takes longer to get home. There's more traffic coming home. So yeah. So I thought, you know what? I know I won't feel like doing it when I get home, because I'm usually just mentally exhausted from all the traffic. So I was like, let me get up here and do this evening. It is evening here on Saturday. So I'm sure some of you are like, okay, well, tell us, Leanne, because I told y'all that I was on my live on Wednesday that we're having lunch today with my son's girlfriend. This was the Meet the Parents Day. And so she met us today, or we met her, I should say. I don't know how you would phrase it. And so that's why I couldn't go to my dad's today. So I'm just going to tell you up front, I absolutely love her. Absolutely. I think she's awesome. She's just what my son said. She's very sweet. She is outgoing. She's an adventurer, which scares me because, she wants Jacob to skydive. And I do not want Jacob to skydive. So, you know, and he probably will. He probably will. But anyway, I had told him that after I was dead, he could do that. So, yeah. But anyway, she has a great sense of humor, super great sense of humor. She's very down to earth, no airs about her at all. Yeah, she's just, I love everything about her. I think she'll be perfect for Jacob. Because she is outgoing, you know. I think they can, together, they can, you know, be very successful in whatever they want to do. So, yeah. She's funny. I mean, to me, that's just, it's a must. You know, it's an absolute must. So, yeah, you got to have a good sense of humor. If you don't have a good sense of humor, you just won't fit in with this family anyway, because we all have that, and she is like that too. So this is good. We have a comedian that we like. His name is Brian Regan, and I don't know if some of you have heard of him or not, but he's a real clean. I mean, you could watch with your kids. I mean, he's a very clean comedian. We love him. We went and saw him in December, and we've seen him a few times. And so every time Jacob has met someone, we always say, do they like Brian Regan? You know, because we're like, that's the thing. Well, when she met him, she asked Jacob, do you like Brian Regan? So it was like, oh my gosh. So, yeah. So that's a good sign, right? So, yeah, so we did that. And then after we ate our lunch, we went just around the corner a little bit and sat outside and had a coffee and just kind of chatted some more. I could have sat there forever chatting with her. She was very easy to talk to, and yeah, I just absolutely loved her. So, yeah, I am hoping that, you know, God's will be done in their lives. And yeah, I fully believe that it will. I fully believe that it will. So, yeah. But she does seem smitten with Jacob. And I know Jacob is smitten with her. So, that's good. That's always good, right? To be smitten. So what else has been going on in my little infinitesimal life? Because it's pretty boring. That's not very exciting. I didn't buy anything on the new releases today. There was only one that I thought, well, if it's still there, I'll get it. Because I knew I was going to be busy and when they came out. So, but when I went and checked, it wasn't. But it was the Dakota Datewaller. I thought it was gardenia, but I think it's a rose. But either way, it was gorgeous. And I was like, and the size was right. So I was going to get it. And so I could have it for the Dakota-thon. But it sold out. So that's okay. I put it on my wish list. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. The bear was super cute. I think he sold out too. I mean, he really was. He was super cute. But, yeah. But I don't know if you watched my mystery box unboxing. But all of those kits, I mean, I thought for $130 they were going to be smaller kits. But they definitely were not. They are big kits. I like them all. And what's funny is the one that I thought I was going to like the least, which was black and white, the two wolves, I actually liked it. When I opened it up, I was like, huh. And it might end up being the only one that I actually keep. I don't know. I love them all. The Thomas Kincaid is just gorgeous, and I would love to do it and finish it and actually hang it up. But y'all, it is so big. I don't even remember how big, but it's big. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't know. So, yeah. I know some of you got the boxes. I saw Anne. Anne actually ordered 2. She didn't tell me that until she got them in, but she ordered 2, and she got a great assortment as well. One of her mysteries, though, is Dragons and Beasties, Beasties and Dragons, or something like that. I know, she's been around for a while. She's a popular artist. But it's more fantasy, so I don't know if she's going to destash that one or not. You know, that's the thing. It's like I actually do like all the ones I have. Even my mystery, which was Summer Animals, and it's James Meager or something like that. I don't think I've ever heard that name before. But anyway, I do know which one it is, and it is so cute. It's definitely something that I would like. And it's probably something old Leanne would have bought just because I like the image without giving any thought to the size. So I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do. Of course, I don't have to do anything right now, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think out of all the mystery boxes I've gotten, this one was more my style. Unfortunately, it was not my size. Let me get me some water. So, yeah, what did y'all get? Did y'all get anything for the Saturday releases today? I so hope that Muni Maid gets that fox in soon, and I don't miss out on it. I'm on the alert. Then this morning, no, not this morning, yesterday morning, I was in Mia's premiere, the podcast that her and Anthony are doing from Single and Placing, and Ditzy was on there. I didn't get to see the whole thing because it was morning for me. It was early in the morning. I had things I needed to do, but anyway, I drank some coffee and watched some of it. So I went back today and finished, and I'm so glad I did because Ditzy showed off a Jeremiah Kettner tray, and I thought about getting the diamond painting tray and the trinket tray as well, but then I just decided to get the tray, the diamond painting tray instead. So I got that, and I got some of the Ditzy Spritzy, which is her anti-static stuff that she makes, and it's in scents now. So I think I got gardenia. I don't know. I don't like food smells, and I don't like coconut. Coconut is a food, right? But so yeah, I was afraid that the summer one might smell like coconut, so even though they do have a scent of coconut. But anyway, so I got some of that as I want to give that a try. I don't really need it when it comes to when I'm kitting out of my cat ear trays, because they get rid of static automatically. So yeah, but I also sent her a message and said that I wanted to do get a tray made for Diamonds and Doxies. And So hopefully I can get one of those soon, or whenever they get a chance. Ditsy was going out of town. I'm sure her and Paul were going out of town. So I was like, that's fine. Whenever, you get back, we can discuss it. I don't know if any of y'all would purchase one, but I sure would. So, yeah. Might even purchase 2 and give 1 away. We'll have to see. I don't know. But, yeah, so, and she talked about getting into the diamond painting business, and I think she's going to do some minis. So, yep, those have not been released yet. Hopefully soon, I think maybe the first part of April, maybe, I think, which I won't be here, but that's okay. I can still order online, but, yeah. So hopefully I will manage to snag some of those. Now, she said something in this podcast that I don't think I've ever heard. I've never heard it before. So y'all, help me to understand if you've heard this as well or not. But she said that rounds, you cannot get resin rounds. They only are acrylic. And that made me go, because I have bought rounds that said they were resin. So, but she said they do not exist. That's what her supplier said, that Diamond Art Club, theirs are, because they have special, they manufacture their own. So it's to their specifications. So I don't know. I've never heard that before. Have you? I have not. But yeah, I'll link the podcast down below. You can watch it either on Mia's Life with KFS. You can watch it on her channel, or you can watch it on Single and Placing. And I think you can also listen to it on Apple Podcasts. I've never done that, so I don't know. I'm assuming there's one for, I don't know. Okay, I just know that it is on Apple as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I've always loved Ditsy. I've always thought that, when I first started my channel, she invited me on for a live. It was the first time I had ever done a live, and the reason I do lives now is because of her. But, I thought I was going to vomit. I was just so nervous, to go on a live. But she made it painless. Her and dear helper, Paul, made it painless. And so, and I was like, okay, maybe I will. Maybe I will go. I still get nervous going live. Because my biggest fear is that nobody will be there. I'll just be talking to myself. And, and if that's what happens, then I'll just end it. But, it is a fear. But, because when I go live, honestly, it's on a Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central. So most people are going to be at work or school or, whatever it is that they are doing. It's a bad time. So I guess I could try to change it. But I don't know. I don't want it to become a chore. I want it to be something that I enjoy, because I do enjoy doing YouTube videos. It doesn't feel like work to me. It's just a hobby, and that's the way I see it. And I'm afraid if, I get too wrapped up in it, it won't be fun anymore. And yeah, so I don't want that to happen either. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. So, oh dear, I put too many on this here. There we go. Too many. Oh, and something else about the girlfriend, the new girlfriend that I love to death. Her sister diamond paints, and her niece, I think, her 4-year-old niece is starting to do it as well. So I'm like, yay, you know, yay. I think that's pretty awesome, because most people don't know what the heck I'm talking about. You know, what is that? Oh, gosh. See, this is so much static. Yeah, so much static. A lot of it, I think, might be this tray. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that with these Diamond Art Club trays. They're not, I mean, they're plastic. So, I don't know. But after I get my Ditzy Spritzy, I should be able to get rid of it. I have really enjoyed doing these mini dazzles because, or these mini DPs, because I have so many, and this is a great way for me to get through some of them. Unlike, I do count them as a finish. I didn't used to. I did not used to. I've just recently started doing that. But after you finish the whole kit, not just one, you know, the whole kit. But, oh dear, put that right there. So it's helped me go through them. But the thing is I don't put them on where my diamond paintings are. So they're in a closet, which has a door, which means out of sight, out of mind. And yeah, so it turns out I got all of these diamond paintings, these minis, and it's like I need to work on them. So it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I'm going to figure out which ones I'm going to take, because that's what I take on vacation. I just want something that's real quick and easy, you know, because sometimes I just don't, you know, I don't want to spend 3 hours in the hotel room diamond painting, okay? It's not like at home. So, and I don't want to take something big because, you know, then I'd feel like I need to work on it. And I don't want to do that either. So the minis are perfect. Minis are perfect. Even if I just finish one a day, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to figure out which ones I want to take. And I'm kind of in a dilemma because I also bought some Easter, with my mystery box, I added some Easter mini dazzles. And yeah, I kind of want to do that before I leave. So that might actually end up being the last of, because the mini DP Madness ends on the end of the month. So, and I'm leaving on the 30th. So yeah, I might do Easter and close out that event with that, you know, which is fine. Yeah. So I don't think I want to take those, but I don't know. We'll see. Part of me is like, you know, get the old ones out. The ones that have been in your stash the longest. These here have been in my stash a long time. It's funny because remember when they first came out, they each design had its own little drill set, right? And so many people complained about it, saying that, you know, they like to kit up everything at once, and you know, they didn't like doing it, you know, like that. And I didn't. You know, I did each one as it came along. I didn't kit them up, you know. I didn't really see the need to. But now I kit them all up. And then this one was the individuals. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because I like to save these drills because they're fairy dust drills, right? So I was like, yeah, I need to kit them up. And kitting this up sucked. It really did. And about halfway through, I was like, I should have just went with the packages, you know, the individual packages. But I didn't. So But I thought it was funny because it was like, yeah, I was one of the ones going, no, don't change it. And now I'm like, oh, I hate it. So, yeah. So I'm not sure which ones I'm going to take. I've got many, many to choose from. Many, many. Come on now. Get away. Just a reminder, I guess I need to post it in the Facebook group as well. Maybe I'll later on, maybe sometime next month, I'll do a video, but I'm still planning on doing the blue and purple and blue and purple, however you want to say it, whichever one is your favorite color. Those two, I asked people to choose, and those two were so close. And so I was like, you know what, instead of, picking one over the other, I decided to do both, blue and purple. So, yeah. There's no prizes, y'all. It is just, work on something that's got blue and purple in it. Majority blue and purple. And or you can do majority blue or majority purple, whichever one is, your favorite. It doesn't have to have both colors, but it has to have at least one of those colors being predominant. And yeah, this will be my first foray into doing an event by myself. There's no sponsors or anything. I thought, well, let's first let me get my feet wet. I mean, I've co-hosted with Artemis before, but I've never done anything on my own. So yeah, and it is so laid back. It is so laid back. Most of it will be on Facebook, on the Facebook group, which is an extension of the YouTube channel. Uh-oh, that's not fitting quite well, so there's got to be something wrong with either this drill or the one next to it. Not seeing anything. Let's see, let me put it somewhere else and see. Oh, darn, Leanne. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Yeah. So, y'all, let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. I went to the nail salon, right? Because it was way past time. And when I made my reservation, I always book it online. And I've had the same, when my very first appointment, I said just whoever's available, because I'd never been there before. And then I had those two ladies, Jennifer and Lynn, and I was like, this is easy, I can remember this very easily. It's my daughter's name. So anyway, so I went to we were driving yesterday morning, and I was trying to make a reservation, a booking online for the same day at 2 p.m. And for whatever reason, it said that the people that I requested, because you can request, said that they were not available. So I was like, oh my gosh. So then I just was like, okay, whichever one's available. But I put down in the notes to let them know if they became available, I would like them. Unfortunately, what I said was, and I don't know why I said it, if Jennifer and Anne are available, I would like them. So I get there, and she goes, oh, yes, you have Jennifer and Anne. And I still didn't snap to it, and I was like, oh, they're available. She said, yeah. I said, awesome. So I'm sitting there, and Jennifer comes out and, tells me hello and everything. And then here comes this lady over. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, hi. And I was like, oh. She goes, my name is Anne. And I was like, oh, okay, well, nice to meet you. And then she was like, what are we doing today? And I was like, well, so I told her, and I'm like, what? You know, if Lynn was here, she would know. So then Jennifer comes back, and I was like, so I asked her, I said, so I said, Anne. I said, so Anne's not here. And the girl that was Anne, she was like, that's me. That's my name. And Jennifer goes, you mean Lynn? I was like, oh my God. Yes, I meant Lynn. Oh my gosh. I felt so stupid, y'all. So stupid. And I felt bad, you know, because first I was like, no, that's okay. You know, I'll stick with Anne. That's, you know, and, but they were like, no, you know, you can have Lynn. And I was like, oh God. So I felt so bad and so stupid. When I left, you know, went to pay and leave tips, and I had a $10 bill, and I was like, told the lady at the front, I said, would you please give this to Anne and tell her once again, I am so sorry. You know, I was just like, oh my God. Because I think, you know, it's better for them if they have people request them. And I felt like it really hurt her feelings, you know, that maybe she was like, yay, somebody's requesting me. And then, no, I didn't mean you. I don't know where Anne came from. I don't know. I do know that when I was trying to book the appointment, you know, they have everybody listed in alphabetical order. And there was an Anne there, you know, and I don't know if that's where I got it from. I honest to God don't know. But I didn't even snap to it when I was there. It was like, Anne. I'm like, why would I have requested you? You know? And then it dawned on me, oh my God. I said Anne, didn't I? Oh, I felt so stupid. But anyway, they assured me it was okay, but I didn't feel like it was okay. I think, I don't know. I mean, part of me is like, that's a little scary, you know? I mean, like, are you losing your mind, or is this early onset? Gosh, you know, I don't know. Part of me is like, should I go to the doctor and find out? You know, is there like tests or something? Because my memory, y'all, is horrible. It's horrible. My short-term memory is horrible. And I'm horrible with names, and I hate that about myself. You know, especially here on YouTube, it's like I should know, you know, so many people come in, and they're the same people on my lives and stuff. And I'm like, what is your name? And I hate that, you know, because I feel like I should know that. I really do. But I don't. And it's very embarrassing to me. And then I have one subscriber, and I consider her a friend. We met at the retreat, and I can't ever remember if I pronounce her name Andrea or Andrea. I mean, I remember her name, so there's that, but I never know if I got her name right, if I say it right. And then she'll tell me, well, yes, you said it right. And then I'm like, how did I say it? I don't remember. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think that, you know, my mind's a million different places, and that's very well possible, but I don't know where it would be. You know, I'm not raising kids. I'm not, you know, having to plan activities for people. I mean, I don't know. Okay, there's that one, y'all. We've only got one more left. One more left. Oh, let me get all this. I'm going to have a lot of leftover. That's another thing. When they bagged each canvas separately, you got, at the end of the day, you had more leftover drills. The way they do it now, you don't get that many leftovers. Because I do save these. And I'll save special drills like crystals, you know, things like that. But when it comes to drills, I only say diamond art clubs because I like them, first of all, but also because, you know, I don't want to switch it up, get with different. I mean, I know you can still get, look at this. Why is this doing this to me? There, get over there. All right, here's the last one. So here is a watermelon, or as my daughter said when she was little bitty, wallermelon. Of course, she doesn't say that anymore, which would be weird if she did, because she is, how old is my daughter? Ooh, she'll be 43 this year. Dang. Dang, dang is all I can say. But, see, I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was talking about. One of these days, I'm going to take notes and do my whip and chat based on the notes and see if that helps. Because I can't imagine that you enjoy just sitting there hearing me going, what did I just say? Yeah. Something weird's been going on with YouTube. I'm not sure what's going on, to be honest. I mean, it's like my subscriber count will go up, and then it'll go down. And then it'll go up, and then it'll go back to where it was. And I mean, it's just like, it's very stagnant. Very stagnant. Where I averaged around, you know, 20-ish subscribers a month, I'm averaging 8. And I don't even think it's going to be 8 pretty soon. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I mean, I always think, is it something I said? Is it something I did? You know, it's like, what did I do? What did I do? But I don't know. I mean, I would like to think that someone would, before they just left me, would let me know, you know, your audio is bad. I have a hard time listening to you because your audio is bad, or I can't see what you're working on. I mean, if it's my voice, that's never going to change. But, I mean, if it's something that I can correct, I would hope someone would give me the opportunity to do so. Come on now. Man, my nose is itching. I don't know why. It wasn't itching until I got on here. We are under, what do they call it, a heat dome. So it was warm today. At one point, I know in Max's truck, and I, you know, been sitting outside, but it was in the shade, so I don't think that would have made it go up unnecessarily. But it was 93. I think we were supposed to get to 86, so. But, you know, still, that's for, like, Houston Intercontinental, or IAH. They don't call it Intercontinental anymore, I don't guess. It's the George Bush, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so maybe those of us closer to Galveston, I don't know, got warmer. But I do not know. We finally got our yard done. It looks so much better, so much better. We are really struggling to get a yard crew. So, I don't know. I don't know if we need to cut our expectations. I don't know. It just seems sometimes like it's hard to get someone to, you know, like, here's my money. I don't know. We'll find someone. But we did get someone to come out and just, you know, get it spruced up because it was, oof, it was rough, y'all. It was rough. You know, like after winter's over, all the weeds just like poof, they just come hither. So we got stuff cut back and got some new mulch, some new flowers. I want to do more, but that's fine for right now. But yeah, I love a beautiful yard, and we can't, I mean, the way, I mean, I also love nature, so the very front of our property, and I was hoping for the back too, but want it to be more, especially in the front, natural. So no grass or anything like that, but I would like to, you know, throw some wildflower seeds out there, but it's got to be something that will grow in the shade because there's a lot of trees. And so yeah, and I'd like to do that in our backyard too, just have, you know, it become more wild. But, you know, I don't want any snakes or anything, so there's that. Like, I want nature, but I don't want bugs. And I don't want sneaky snakes. So, yeah. Knock on wood, we don't have rats. And I think we don't have rats because we have owls. So, I think that's why. Plus, we have coyotes. So, I think that's why we don't. Because I do feed the birds. But I haven't seen the skunk in a while, knock on wood. But last night I did see the armadillo was on the Ring camera. He's so cute. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. You know, they can't see very well. And so the poor little thing was just scurrying and bumping into everything. I was like, oh, need to get him a little stick. But he's cute. But, you know, I believe they carry leprosy, so gotta watch out for that. But, yeah, I mean, they're out when my dogs are in, so it's okay. It is okie dokie. So far, anyway, I haven't seen any. I mean, during the day, all I see are squirrels. So, yeah. Oh, and vultures. Oh, my God, y'all. So, apparently, these black vultures are migratory. So, they are protected. But, ugh. They roost in our trees. And it is creepy, is what it is. It's very, very creepy. And when the wind's not blowing, they don't fly. So twice now, they've just been sitting in the yard. One time, there was 2 of them sitting in the backyard. And so I hear my dogs losing their minds. And I go out there, and there's 2 vultures sitting there. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. You know, so I started going, get on, you know. And they kind of just flew up to the nearest branch. They didn't go far. They can't get those big old wings going fast enough, right? They usually just, you know, sail on the currents, the wind currents. And then I was sitting out back, and the dogs were at the gate, barking, and I go look. And there's one there on the pathway, you know, by the gate. And, you know, he's got his wings out when every time the dogs bark at him, like he's gonna, I guess it's his defense, you know. I'm like, how about you just leave? And then Monday, I guess, the exterminator was here, so I was sitting out back with the dogs, And I look up and sitting on top of the roof, there's two of them. They're looking at me and I'm like, I am not dead, okay? Not dead. But apparently they roost in my town. I mean, I've seen people ask in the group, you know, the city group, you know, town group, whatever. What's up with all these vultures? But yeah. So I don't know. But they are creepy and they stink. Oh my word, do they stink. They smell like death, you know? I mean, I know they're necessary. It would be gross without them. Our streets would look horrible, I know, but geez, still creepy. But not that we would, but you can't. They're protected, so you can't get your BB gun or nothing like that. And if they get injured in your yard, you have to call animal control to come get them. So, yeah. At first I thought, oh no, that's what happened. You know, we've got two injured out here in the yard, but no, they flew up to the tree, so. But yeah, I wish they would go roost somewhere else. But spring is definitely here. The birds are definitely hooking up, making some babies, making nests. The wrens are trying to, you know, the males are building little makeshift nests, trying to attract a mate. You know, and I've got two wren houses, but they prefer, apparently, to make nests in flower pots, which is on the patio, and some of them are not very high off the ground. So it's like, why are you doing that? Because, well, first of all, yes, the last year we had, if you followed along or even on my shorts, I posted a video of the babies in a pot, but of course one went to fly, didn't, and he just kind of flopped out of the nest right where Gus was standing. And I mean, the other ones made it, but that one didn't. But now it's like, this one's low to the ground. This particular potted plant is low to the ground. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure a possum's gonna, you know, I think possums might eat bird eggs. I know raccoons probably do. So, but I guess, you know, I'll let them figure it out. Hopefully they don't lay any eggs. But they are cool to watch, you know, as they begin to grow. And I tell you what, it's not long after they fly the coop that, you know, they're just out there all the time. I mean, they don't look any different. At first they do, but yeah. There was one that was 2 days later than the rest to leave. His parents were just fussing at him. You know, get out of that nest right now, mister. And he did not want to go, but he finally did. And he survived. Well, he survived my yard. I don't know what happened after that, but yeah, I try to keep the dogs up when all that's going on. If I know it's going on, you know. But they have a doggy door, so yeah. But I just hate it, you know, when they get one, because, you know, they're not trying to eat. So they eat good food. We pay a lot of money for them to eat. So Gus and Maggie really aren't hunters. Yes, Gus got that little baby bird, but like I said, it fell right out. I mean, he just grabbed it with his mouth and it just killed it, you know. He has caught, not at this house, but at the other house, he caught a baby bunny and he didn't kill it, you know. He just carried it around. We said, drop it. He dropped it. And then Snoopy got it and ate it. But Lily, my female that has passed away, she was a hunter. She was a hunter, and she would eat what she caught. And so I couldn't, you know, she loved rabbit and she loved dove, and I couldn't really get onto her because, you know, she's a carnivore, and I'm like, you know, something had to die for her to eat just her dog food. So, and she'd scarf them down, bones and all. Bones and all. She was definitely all about that raw diet. But, yeah. If she had just killed it for the sake of killing it, you know, then that would have been different. That's why I don't like cats in my yard, because I know that's what they're going to do. And now, though, when we first moved in, we did have a cat that would come and hang out in the backyard. But now I only see it at night. You know, it picks up the Ring camera picks it up, and I don't see it in the backyard. Just it's like passing through in the front yard. So, you know, and I'm okay with that. But don't sit there and stalk my birds, because I feed them. And that's like, that's setting the birds up. I don't want to do that. Oh, darn, there's another two. So, yeah, my dad was going to the audiologist. He really needs, he cannot hear very well with his hearing aids, and he can't hear at all without them. And it's driving him crazy, you know. So it's embarrassing to him, because I can always tell when he doesn't hear me, because he just kind of looks at me and nods like, and I'm going, no, you did not hear me. So, you know, and I know he gets tired of saying, what did you say? You know, I get that. But hopefully, I wish he'd get some better hearing aids. But he says Costco's just as good as any. So, I don't know. I don't know. I guess if that's what he says, then that's what he believes. So. So, anyway, let's see what has been going on, y'all. Well, I don't really feel like I have a whole lot going on. I'm currently, my diamond painting that I'm currently working on is Sailing Away by Peggy Collins. It's a square that I got from Amazon. It's my first Amazon Diamond Art Club square. Usually they're all round, so that was kind of cool. And I'll let y'all know how it is. So far I'm liking it. It's not very big, but it does have some confetti. I mean, it's not a lot of color blocking. So it's taken me a little longer than I had anticipated, but you know, it's not horrible or anything. It's not very big. I think it's boils down to like 13 by 18 inches. I don't know what that is in centimeters, and I don't have it in front of me to tell you. So our pollen counts have been crazy. We need some rain. We haven't had, we've been in a drought for a while now. This is driving me crazy. When they're static and the drills don't line up correctly, it drives me insane, which, you know, is not a very far trip. So, yeah. crazier, I guess I should say. But that's okay. That's okay. We're all a little touched, I think. Well, maybe not you, but me. And I like to tell myself that I'm amongst good friends. So, yeah. So, Ann and I will be going to the library on this coming Friday. Pretty excited about that. And I think I'll take my temperature chart, get caught up on that, because I'm going to be gone for a couple of weeks. And if you are new here and you don't know, we're going to drive to Arizona, spend a couple of days in Sedona, and then we're going to go to Las Vegas and spend a couple of days there. We're going to go to the Sphere. We're going to see Wizard of Oz, and I'm very excited about that. I got the VIP ticket, so it's supposed to be really good seats. And we're going to spend the night at the Venetian. I've never spent the night there, but I was trying to find the closest place to the Sphere, and that was it. So, of course, you know, it's 0.3 miles to the Sphere, but what that means is from the front of each one, right? And these casinos and resorts and all that, they're so huge. You'll probably have to walk 2 miles just to get to the exit. So, yeah. But, yeah, really looking forward to it. We will have our special entrance, the VIP entrance. So, I don't know. They're supposed to, during one part of it, apples are supposed to be flying through the air. They're foam apples, not real apples. And we really, really, really wanted to catch one. But here's the thing, is they throw out 500 of them. But the place seats over 17,000 people. Yeah. So, yeah. But fortunately, I do believe they sell them in the gift shop. So, and then, you know, one of the reasons that we're going to Sedona is I wanted to see that, the chapel that's there. And Jacob's girlfriend was telling us she's been there. She loves Arizona. And she said, chapel's really cool. She said, but it was really, really crowded. She said it took like an hour at least just in the line to get to it. And I was like, well, when did you go? And she said, you know, it was in April. And I said, yes, that's when we're going to be there. I said, it's you know, the week of April. I mean, the week leading up to Easter. And she went, oh, yeah, we were there around Easter time. And it was crowded. And I went, well, that makes sense. So, I don't know. I don't know. But she said it's a one-way road. So once you get in that line, you are committed to that line. There's no turning around. So I'm like, okay. But we'll figure it out. Oh, nope, that will not go there. So let's do it right there. Oy. I need to get some cheater glasses up here. I have some downstairs, and I'm having to start using them now because my eyesight, unfortunately, I think diamond painting is straining the old eyeballs. And I'm older, you know, but yeah. And that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind wearing them. boy. So what else has been going on? Well, I can't think of anything. Max and I in the evenings are watching true crime. On Hulu, we're watching the 2020 series. I think there's like 48 seasons, I think he's what he told me. So we got a lot to watch, which is good, but it's good. We watch that, or I listen pretty much. Occasionally I'll look over, but for the most part, I listen while I'm diamond painting. So we enjoy doing that. Some of them, though, some of them are just, well, I guess all of them are sad, but some of them, I'm like, what? I just I don't know. I'm like, why would you kill somebody? I mean, a lot of it is, well, you know, I had an affair and I want a divorce. I want to be with this new person. It's like, just leave. Just go get your stuff and leave. You don't have to kill the person. You know, you don't have to kill them. But I guess what it boils down to is they don't want to give up stuff. They don't want to give up half their stuff or whatever it is. And I'm like, man, I don't want to give up my life, you know? I mean, you kill somebody, you're going to get found out. But then here's the other thing. It's like, can you imagine, finding out that, the person you were having an affair with could kill their spouse just to get out of the marriage? Because I'd be like, no. No, thank you. I wouldn't want anybody that was capable of murder. Because I'd be like, well, what about me? What if what if down the road, you find somebody else, or I make you mad, and, Because I think if you can kill somebody once, you can do it twice. So, yeah. Yep. Then I saw this meme that said, you always notice in the murder mysteries that the person that got killed is the life of the party, just super bubbly. And it's like, yes. But the meme said, oh, I'm safe then, because I am absolutely the last person you want to see at a party. I'm boring. But no, it's true. They're always the life of the party. But yeah, I just don't, just don't get it. And I guess I never will. And that's a good thing. I'm glad I don't go, well, I can understand why you'd kill somebody. No, I cannot. So, yeah. I've been watching that. I want to start getting back into audiobooks as well. Yeah, I do. Oh, come on. All of this static. I don't like it. I guess I'm going to have to, before I can put, save these drills, I'm going to have to get some static guard and my Q-tip out, I reckon. Alrighty. Now I just need these. And then these are the seeds. And then we will have completed them all. And I'll show you them. I will show them all to you. Okay. Seeds. Yeah, you can't really tell the fairy dust on 310. You can't, it doesn't really show up that much. But I like it. You know what I like, and I didn't think I would, are black ABs. I've only had them once, but I was like, these are cool. And I think it was on an Alphonse Mucha, I think. But I really liked it. I don't remember, so don't quote me on that. But I really liked it. It just didn't look like plain old black. If you do it like that, it looks like a pie. But it's a watermelon. So, yeah, come on, get in there. I will kit these down at some point. Probably not right now. Because honestly, I need to get this video edited and ready to upload. And then Max and I will watch our show. Because it is that time. I'll move this over here. Get out of the way. So, here is our watermelon. Here is our inner tube, our floaty. Here's our little coconut drink with the umbrella. Here's our flippy flops. These are probably my favorite. And then we've got our sunglasses. And then our popsicle. So yeah, aren't they cute? I like them. And yep, this will be, I'll put these in on Monday for my finish. All right, everyone, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you're here. If you know anybody who might enjoy this video, if you don't mind, you could share it with them if you think they would like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, then you'll be notified whenever I do put up a new video and when I go live. Usually go live on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. That's Central Time. And yeah, and please like the video if you don't mind. And I will see all of y'all on my next video. All right, everyone. Bye. Bye.